All right. So a little bit of back history on this pond video. This is the other side of the snow Armageddon, which we experienced here in beautiful Southwest Washington. We had lost power briefly for about 5 hours, but what that created, or what that did to the pond, was it turned the power off to the pump. Subsequently, the pump lost prime, and it is no longer running. So we shut it off at the power supply. And this is about a week later. The sun's come out a little bit, and we have decided to get this sucker back flowing, because as you can tell, the water's starting to turn a little green, and we're going to get that fixed up. So what we've decided is to take the garden hose there, and I am going to stick it in the outlet tube and backfeed the pump, and from there it should fill the pump basket and start the pond pumping again. This is a quick view of the electrical. The green power cord there runs under the ground to the pump, which is all this electrical is concealed by that fake rock there sitting behind. Electrical. This is the hose coming up, and as you can see, there is the 2-inch outlet that comes from underneath the ground to the top, and it flows down this nifty little creek bed into the actual pond. Now we're working on getting some of the debris from the inlet there. A little bit's built up there. Old Grandpa's picking away at it with his little Chinese knockoff BS little thing there, but I guess it works, you know. You do what you can. Midst of a global pandemic, the bodies are definitely back in the street again. So here we are back at the top. And I am going to be sticking the hose in the outlet with the hopes that it will backfeed, fill up the pump, and we will turn it on and it will start pumping water as usual. The reason we are doing this is because Grandpa does not wish to remove the fake rock that covers and conceals the actual pump, because that would require removing 4 plastic stakes, and then you'd open it up and fill the basket and start pumping. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. You can tell the pump has just been turned on. There's plenty of water in there. I could see air bubbling out into the lower pond, and at this point I'm asking him to turn the pump on, and let's see how this sucker goes. Well, unfortunately, it didn't quite work. Here I am sticking the hose back into the pump. There's Grandpa unplugging the pump, and we will attempt to backfeed this with the hose water so we don't have to remove 4 plastic stakes and create all of about 20 seconds of work. If you believe this, it's pretty incredible, really. I'm kind of amazed that it didn't start pulling right away. But let's try plugging it in again. Definitely has water in it. I don't know where all the water's going right now. I know where it's going. It's going into that box. Turn the water off. The water is going into that box, I have a feeling. I can turn the water off again. Well, what does it mean to let the water run? Well, I was just hoping it was going to grab it prime, but... Well, here we are. You know, I'm kind of baffled at this point. You know, it should have worked. Grandpa has since decided that we're going to pull the plastic stakes from around the fake rock that conceals the actual pump, and we will open it up and pour water into the basket the old school way, maybe the right way, and get this pond pumping again. You can tell it's a pretty easy task. It's not really a difficult task. The plastic stakes are literally pushed into what I would call just a compost bark. The rock is made out of basically styrofoam, weighs all of about a half a pound, and there in a box that is recessed into the ground is the pond pump. Now we're putting the hose into the top of the pump basket and trying to basically fill up the basket from the top with the hopes that we're going to screw the top back on really quick, turn the power on, and the pump will start pumping the water, which will in turn get it going again. You ready? You've got to go all the way up to the top. And then just throw the minute you get that top, I got to plug it in. Get the top on, fill it all the way up to the top with water. Well, that's why I finally started using a pail.
I mean, it's not,
It'll fill up. You can see it.
can you see it pouring into the pond at all?
No.
I mean, if the check valve works at all, it should hold it.
So what I'm doing here, I'm grabbing the pump. Actually, I'm not grabbing the pump. I'm grabbing the hose. And what I've determined is that there's an airlock somewhere between the discharge tube and the pump. And that air is what is preventing the pump from getting suction and pulling water from the pond into the pump, in turn starting this whole pond life thing up and running. So what I'm going to do is turn on the pump, not the pump. I'm going to turn on the hose about 3/4 of the way, really get some flow going. And I'm going to walk back up to the pump, and I'm going to crack the actual lid just a little bit. And I'm going to get the air to kind of, basically going to bleed the air out of that lid. And we're going to be golden here. As you can see in just a minute here, you're going to see the power of me, my professional pump skills, my understanding of fluid dynamics. I am not new to this little pond life game. I'm directing Grandpa to plug the pump in. Let's be done with this. I'm sick of messing around. Grandpa went and got his bucket, thinking a bucket was some magical tool here that was going to get it all going. But no, as you can see, the water is starting to flow. I have figured out how to get this pump going, and it is now flowing. And pond life is again restored, and everybody is happy. Just a quick one there, that big juicy bottom there. I've been working that bad boy out. Just take a good look at that big monster there, and definitely getting that juicy look going there. Pretty good. Oh yeah. Figured it out. Feeling good. Looking good. First time I've been outside in weeks. Maybe about a month. So here's a close-up of what we were working with there up on the hill. I figured it out. Hope you enjoyed this pond life living and getting her up and going again after the snow Armageddon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.